The NIO stock has halved in value ever since June and it's still going down. So when will it reverse and should you buy? Sit tight as we answer that by going through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, NIO will not sell their cars in Europe. Instead, they'll rent it out, which seems rather odd, but those interested will have the option to lease a car for about 1200 euros a month, with the minimum subscription length being 1 month. This is the latest out-of-the-box move by the company after its battery leasing and swapping station facilities. William Lee said in an interview that flexible product placement will help the company dominate and compete against Volkswagen, which is Europe's current EV leader. Apart from their current NIO house in Berlin, they plan on building a total of 9 showrooms mainly in Germany, Denmark, Netherlands and Sweden. Next up, Mizuho has lowered its price target for NIO from $42 to $40, which has contributed to the 7% fall on Friday. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for NIO, and of course, as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end off, we'll get into the 5-minute chart. But right off the bat, we can clearly see that the past week, or rather past few weeks, have been pretty bearish for the stock, falling from a level of $22.5 to $13.76. Now, I already told you guys somewhere over here that the stock would probably fall back towards the $11 level, so let me mark that as well, right? But what's currently happening over here is, and what I believe will happen on Monday is that we'll probably get a relief on Monday, getting somewhat of a small green candle over here. After that, we'll probably continue the bear run over here to the $11.48 or rather $11.5 level, and after that, honestly, in my opinion, we'll probably stay range bound below $15. So let me mark $15 as well. We'll probably stay range bound over here up until the earnings report comes out, and then the stock might even fall further below, because as you guys already know, the delivery numbers were kinda disappointing for NIO, right? The deliveries did grow year on year, but it kinda just slowed down, or rather it was just a bit too close to what analysts expected, and even on the downside. So coming back to the chart, we can clearly see that we got a beautifully placed pin bar candle over here, which indicated strong seller pressure and a bear trend, right? So this was on 15th September, and of course a bear trend was started after that. Of course, we did get confirmations as well over here and over here. These were again pin bar candles on the red. After that, we can clearly see that now, well, it's pretty much an absolute bear trend, right? We did take support at the level of $15 and we did try to break back, but we made a double top at the level of $16.9. I already told you this in my previous analysis as well. But to look closely at what's going to happen in the future, well, NIO is a good stock, right? We probably won't argue on that. But it's definitely not at a good valuation at the current time being. And even considering that it's not really making any profits and stuff like that, the stock could do a lot better. So I'll give it a long-term target, or rather a 1-year target of somewhat around this range that it made over here, around $25. So getting to $11, it would still account for a more than 2x rally, right? So that's pretty good, but again, I could be wrong. So let's just head into the 1-hour chart to analyze some swing trades. So now that we're in the 1-hour chart, we can clearly see a pattern over here, right? We did get in a gap up over here on 4th of October, after which the market was pretty stagnant and we did make a double top around $16.85. Then again, we did get a gap down, after which it was a big red candle. Of course, a small breather for the market. In the end, we did get a pullback, or rather just a pin bar candle, which indicated further downtrend. After that, again, same pattern, right? A small gap down, and after that, a big red candle. We did not get a breather this time, but we did get supported at the level of $14.8. After which we of course got a small, or rather a big gap down over here and a small bearish candle as compared to the previous ones. We did get, well, why did I move that? We did get a pin bar candle after that over here, and of course we did get a double bottom at the level of $13.5. Right now we're getting currently resisted at the level of $13.8. So the market is of course range bound over here. Now what's going to happen on Monday probably is that we'll get a gap up over here, somewhere over here, I guess, right in the $14 range above $13.81. because a lot of people would probably try to accumulate the stock in the $13 range because it's, at a pretty decent valuation at this time, I guess. If we look at other EV stocks as well, Rivian, Lucid, all of them crashed. Even Tesla crashed by a lot. So this is not anything new, right? Of course, price action works like this. The stock has to go down before it goes up. But I do believe that NIO definitely is a risky buy at the moment. So I personally would keep it as a stock for day trading or swing trading rather than just holding it long term. Because as you guys can clearly see, we could make good profits shorting the stock from over here to over here, right? This was pretty much like what, 50%, I believe. Yeah, almost 40%. So that's again good profits for just a month. But with that being said, let's analyze the stock in complete detail in the 5-minute chart. Now we'll start analyzing the 5-minute chart from 5th of September because this was when the big red candle started, right? So we can clearly see that when the market started, we got somewhat of a positive pin bar candle, indicated somewhat of a uptrend, but it failed soon after when we got a negative engulfing candle, after which of course we did get some indecision in the market over here at which time is this? 10:05, right? Of course, after which another engulfing candle over here on the negative went down, right? Indecision, a good pin bar candle, after which, of course, this pin bar candle indicated that we would get an uptrend. This pin bar candle indicated, or rather confirmed the uptrend, and of course, after that, we did get a small uptrend. Again, after that, pretty much an engulfing, or rather a reversal candle. Now, let me explain this in a bit more detail. As you guys can see right here, this candle is completely the opposite, or rather the mirror of this previous candle, right? So as you guys can see, a bottom wick, a top wick, no bottom wicks, no top wicks, like mid-sized body, so it's pretty much the same, right? It's the mirror. After that, we did start seeing signs of another bearish trend over here. As you guys can see, we got a pin bar candle on the negative, right? So of course that showed us that the stock will probably go down soon, but it did not, as we did kind of reverse, or rather invalidate that with some good pin bar candles over here, and of course this one as well. After that, pretty solid bull run. We did hit a top at, let me get this, $16.15 and $16.23. So this seems to be a resistance around $16.15 to $16.25. Coming to 6th of September, we can see that, well, first up, this was probably the first candle. There was indecision in the market in the beginning, but of course it was very volatile. After that, we did get a confirmation for a bear run and another confirmation over here. So, well, good trade, right? A pretty good short trade over there. After which we did get somewhat of a closing candle over here on 14.95, right? As you guys can see, we closed into a bullish range. So let me show you how that works. The top range was pretty much the same, right? So this was a resistance at $15.1, but we did go from a bottom of 14.93 to a bottom of 14.95, after which of course we picked up pace. Pretty good scalp trade over here, right? Again, the same scenario on the closing candle, right? We did get the same top at $15.3, but we got a larger low at from $15.2 to $15.18, right? So after that, of course, another confirmation for a negative pin bar candle over here. Let me mark it real quick. And after that, as you guys can see, we kept going down, kept going down. This was pretty much a range bound market over here. Let me mark this as well. This was the range that we were traveling in, 14.95 to 14.77, or rather just $15 to $14.75. After that, of course, the market opened in a gap down way below, and over here we can see quite the volatility, right? Of course, this candle got invalidated over here. This indicated a bull run, but it got invalidated right next, right? Of course, we did get two negative pin bar candles over here as well, indecision. And after that, of course, we did get supported at the level of 13.75 pretty much. We did touch a bottom, or rather top over here at 14.09, or pretty much just $14.10, right? And then, of course, we were range bound for some time, went sideways, made pretty much a cup and handle pattern over here. So let me mark that as well. Where is my marker? Yeah, so that's a cup and handle pattern pretty much. After that, of course, we fell according to the pattern. Then we can see that we made pretty much a sideways market, right? It was pretty much a bullish sideways market. It was squeezing into this range, and that is pretty much why I believe the stock will open in a gap up on Monday. But then again, I could be wrong. So remember that this is definitely not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.